update on the President's House site in Old City, and just weeks away from America's 250th birthday, a federal appeals court ruling today the Trump administration can replace the slavery exhibit. Today's ruling comes after several months of back and forth between the city of Philadelphia and the Trump administration, and nearly a week after a Massachusetts federal judge ordered the Trump administration to restore sites changed under one of the president's executive orders. This is Fox 29 News at 5. I'm Dawn Timoney.
And I'm Sheba Russell. The removal, then return of some of the exhibit has brought a lot of controversy to the city, even attracting national attention. And now this latest ruling. So, Ellen, what happens now?
Well, we're not really sure what happens next, but it is a crushing defeat for those fighting to keep these panels here at the President's house. But the Trump administration says it's all part of restoring truth and sanity to American history.
And on February the 19th, 2026, most of the panels were reinstalled.
A steady stream of visitors to the President's house say they've been following the controversy surrounding the panels, depicting the story of 9 people enslaved at the site by President Washington.
You can't replace our history. Our history is our history. It is what it is. We're supposed to learn from it and be better.
The battle started in January when the Trump administration ordered the removal of the panels. Then in February, a court injunction reversed that order, and the panels were restored at Independence National Historical Park.
We live in the United States. We have a history of good things and bad things, and we have to acknowledge you can only learn good from acknowledging the bad.
In a unanimous ruling today by a federal appeals court, the judges say the Trump administration can replace the panels because new ones are full of historical context and highlight the momentous events that took place in the President's house and the other sites at Independence National Historical Park. Judge Thomas M. Hardiman says they acknowledge the evil of slavery, and by telling the story of the 9 slaves that Washington kept in the President's house, remind us of their essential humanity.
I'm here with my granddaughter, and I want to teach her about American history, but I want to teach her our history and the facts such as they are.
Carol Greco cannot believe she had to explain to her 9-year-old granddaughter that these panels telling the story of what happened at the President's house may come down again soon.
When they come down, people won't know history. They'll just think, oh, these panels were here before. These are probably history from before.
In a statement, a group fighting to maintain the panels, called Avenging the Ancestors, says they're disappointed by the decision, but will continue the fight and will consider all options moving forward.
It's a shame. I'm ashamed of this country to hide the truth. You know, it's embarrassing. And let history be history.
I think they should have left it alone. They should stop messing with things.
I am very unhappy. This is not the United States that it should be.
Well, first he had to take his name off the Lincoln Center. Now he's got to reinstall all those fucking exhibits at national parks that had to do with slavery and climate change. Yep, you heard me right. Wigs R Us lost this fucking battle. As he should. Now, the reason the slavery and climate change exhibits left the national park because Wigs R Us and his administration said they did not align with the preferred narrative, which means whitewash America and make sure nobody knows the goddamn truth. U.S. District Judge Angel Kelly in Boston, Massachusetts, I know I said that funny, I'm gonna read the red, issued a preliminary injunction at the behest of groups representing park conservationists, historians, and scientists who argued the U.S. Department of Interior had engaged in sustained campaign to erase history and undermine science. To sum it up, they said removing these damn signs not only undermines the integrity of the national parks, it sets a dangerous precedent for censorship and sanitization. And that came straight from the judge's mouth. And baby, they got 21 days to put all them goddamn signs back up. That'll be just in time for the 250th anniversary of the United States. Now, we know Wigs R Us is going to try to fuck this shit up. Because that 2025th executive order called the revisionist movement, they claimed made America inherently racist, sexist, oppressive, and otherwise irreversibly flawed has finally came to bite him in his ass. Whitewashing history so white people will feel good about themselves is not American history. You got to take the good with the fucking bad. And make sure America makes amends for the shit they have done. You can't do that under this president because all he cares about is white people's feelings. Making sure that white history, which they call American history, is clean of all its indiscretions. Happy Friday!
Hot diggity damn, things just keep going better and better today, y'all. First, they took his name off the Kennedy Center. Now he got to put all of them damn exhibits and signage back in them damn parks. Come on, sip a little tea with AT. Y'all know damn well we about to talk about it. Woo, y'all. The judge ruled and told Donald Trump all of the slavery signs and exhibits, all the climate control signs and exhibits, put that shit back. And I mean right goddamn now. Put it back. Get your hand off of it. Wait a minute. Let me get something to whoop him with it. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back, goddamn it. Nobody told you to take it down in the first damn place. Trying so damn hard to get rid of American history, point blank period. Want to weave out anything pertaining to slavery or all of that's a part of history. Donald, I know you want, to whitewash it and make it American history only about white people making America great again. But Donald, African American history, slavery, all that stuff is in American history. It has to be left alone, sir. You thought you was gonna get away with it. And judge say, swipe a nose, swipe it, put all that shit back, and I mean right goddamn now. Now, y'all, they got, I think 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me, to get this stuff put back in there. So he got a little time to fight it. But as of now, that judge rule, put it back. Don't touch it. Put it back in them damn parks like it was from the beginning of the time. So you thought you was gonna come up in here and remove every goddamn thing. Today and days are getting better and better, y'all. Stay tuned. More stuff keep coming out. And a special message to the ones that keep questioning me and what I'm choosing to put on these videos, baby. Everything that comes out of Auntie mouth is actual factual news that you can use, and it's simple. All you gotta do is Google it, look it up. It's all there for you to read. When you study saying, is she telling the truth? Look it up. It's there for you to read. Thank y'all for sipping a little more tea with AT. Buy my tea simple so the rest of y'all that's hating. You and your mama. Bye.
Because I don't care how hard you try, you will never be able to erase what happened. It happened. It was in the past, but it doesn't take away the fact that it happened. So put the motherfucking shit back up there. As much as some of y'all want to try to be Miss Goody to Mr. and Mrs. Goody Two Shoes and try to make it seem like, racism and stuff don't exist and all this other hoopla, it still exists. And there was a time where it was very, very brutal and very, very traumatizing, and it still is for generations. That's why a lot of us speak about healing from trauma from our generations. Due to that, Jim Crow, all that. So put it back, motherfucker. Put it back. Because it happened to us. And we don't care how nobody else feel about it. We don't care how nobody else feel about it. It happened to us. And it was a moment in history. And you can't take away the facts. The facts. And that's facts. So, I don't care how much you don't want to hear about it anymore. How tired y'all is of hearing about it, whatever. It fucking happened, and if something affects us, being a part of because it was a factor from slavery, it happened to us. So if y'all don't want to hear it, y'all can take y'all asses on somewhere else. We don't care. See, y'all was all clapping and laughing when y'all thought, yeah, it's being taken down. No more, no more. But baby, it took some time. It took some time, but it's going back up as y'all see. What y'all got to say about that now? Y'all red hot? Y'all burning red hot like I got sunburn on y'all motherfucking ass? Or no? All of each one of those situations that he tried to take down have an unspoken event and moment in history that can never be erased. Ever. It may diversify. It may evolve. As we have, it may change, but it'll never go away. It can never be erased. I don't care what you say. We lost 400 years in slavery. Okay? That's just what it is. And so, another thing, it's one thing to remove events and facts in world history that occurred that made America what it is today, which never had been great and ever will be because of the history. But then in the same breath, sign to activate or push forward or bring into law what it was pre-Voting Rights Act. So it's a little bit hypocrisy. And I can see that there may be some dementia and some Alzheimer's and stuff going on there. But one thing is for sure, his team know what they're doing and know what he's doing. And you MAGA fucks know what y'all are doing. So you can try, but you never can erase what's been done and who we are. It'll never happen. You can kiss it goodbye. I'm so sorry to tell you. If you want to do better, learn better, and act better. Anyway, if you like the content from me, and you want to see more content from me, hit the follow button. Support me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Buy a copy of my book, The Unfaithful Woman. The link is in the bio. If you want to support my GoFundMe, the link also is in the bio to my fresh start journey. I will update and shout out each and every one of you that donate to the GoFundMe. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until the next video, I'll see y'all later. How you doing? In the words of Wendy Williams.
Finally, some good fucking news. So, Judge Kelly, a Biden-appointed judge, has ordered Donald Trump and this whole white supremacist Grand Wizard administration to pretty much reinstall and pretty much put back all the civil rights and slavery and climate change and LGBT placards and memorabilia that they have been trying to remove all around the United States. The judge, like, hold on, nigga. Like, this ain't just... Nigga, this just ain't black history. This is American history. So yeah, nigga, put this shit back. So yeah, nigga, and Trump, of course, the motherfucker, they put it towards the Washington D.C. Court of Appeals. They're trying to get it back, but they're like, no. Like, even with the whole, his name on the Kennedy Center, they're like, no, nigga, all this shit got to go. So this is a big win for us. And fellas, guys, look, we've had enough fucking bad news. Like, if this ain't important to you, it's important to the people that fought and died for him, nigga. Died.
All right, you guys. Well, on Friday, June the 12th, Judge Kelly in Massachusetts issued a preliminary injunction stating that the administration needs to put back the exhibits and other materials to national parks that highlight slavery and climate change. So, as we all know, because we were there to see it, on March 27th, 2025, President Trump signed an executive order restoring truth and sanity to American history. It sought to restore American heritage to national parks and monuments that were a false reconstructive of American history or an ideology. Trump wanted to show depictions that were inappropriate and disparaging Americans past and living. Trump said that he made the order because it was false history under Biden. So basically, Trump wants to put a false history in national parks because he knows that's where people go to get their history and the facts. Okay, and Trump wants to put an ideology on American history that's not real. So he also was saying that President Biden under President Biden, all this stuff that has been there for years, the monuments, the slavery, the climate change have been there for years. But under President Biden, it was all false. So he wanted to change that. Because all the images were inappropriate It looked down on American history. It didn't look good. So that's why he wanted to remove it. So Judge Kelly said that removing disparaging of Americans and highlighting of the U.S. greatness set a dangerous precedent in censorship and sanitation. So Burgum's Interior, I guess they're a removal company, removed the exhibit in Philadelphia where George Washington lived with his 9 slaves. So basically, Philadelphia was going to be the nation's capital. So I guess they moved him there, and he took 9 of his slaves with him there. And I guess Trump didn't like that, so he had that removed. So Judge Kelly also said that the administration seeks to tell half-truths by removing signs, displays, and interpretive exhibits at national parks. National Parks Conservation Association, the National Park Rangers, and the American Association for State and Local History were the plaintiffs in this case for this ruling, because they said that there was a painting of a slave who had whip marks that calloused over on his back. And they said that was the next target. I think that painting is in Georgia somewhere. So they wanted to stop this. So that's why Judge Kelly sided with them and said, put it all back. But all this has to be done before July 3rd. So they said it was 21 days. They say it was 21 days, but I don't think it was 21 days. Maybe it was. Maybe more. So, they have another target in Wyoming, and Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. Gustavus Shine Done played a part in the massacre of 173 Pidgin Blackfeet in the 19th century. That was removed. This man basically massacred, seemed like down there a damn city, or a town rather. And they want to take this down? This is important. Like why people say our history is important, and that certain people were trying to take out different demographics that don't look like them. And until this day, a lot of them of a certain demographic, we know who they are, will deny it to this day. Right? So it's a temporary win, but we do not know when they're going to make their decision. Trump got his name removed from the Kennedy Center. I don't know why he put his name on the Kennedy Center. That made no sense. Like, you could have just got a normal park or made your own building. if you wanted that. But hell, what do I know? I'm just a talking head.
Donald Trump has to be losing it right now. First, they're removing his name from the Kennedy Center. And now this. And now a judge orders the Trump officials to reinstall signs and exhibits at national parks on topics like slavery and climate change. Betcha he didn't see that coming. Now it goes on to say U.S. District Judge Angel Kelly in Boston issued a preliminary injunction. This injunction argues that the U.S. Department of Interior has been engaged in a substantial campaign to erase history and undermine science. Furthermore, removing these signs not only undermines the integrity of the national parks, it sets a dangerous precedent of censorship and sanitization. Judge Kelly is ordering the government to restore the signs within 21 days by the 250th anniversary to properly honor the remarkable achievements of the United States. Betcha he didn't see this coming. Now the question is, are they going to fight this, or are they going to put the signs back like the judge requested? Knowing this administration, they got something up their sleeve. Don't look like they're going to be erasing our history. And on that note, count me out.
Welcome to the Daily Download. Since Donald Trump took over in office, he has been trying to erase Black history from the walls of museums, and a federal judge just told his racist self to put it back up. Donald Trump signed an executive order called Restoring Truth and Sanity to American History, and really that's just fancy for whitewashing history. He wanted to take down anything that disparaged American history. They took down pictures, videos, multimedia displays. They took down real live accounts of slaves talking about their experience during slavery. They also took down panels like The Dirty Business of Slavery, which explained the economic benefits that America had because of slavery. It also included the human cost of bondage, and it was all ordered to be taken down. This man literally tried to pull the truth off the walls. National Parks and Service members were seen at the Philadelphia President's house on January 22nd, removing exhibits that included the history of George Washington's 9 slaves that he owned while he was in Philadelphia. Oh, you didn't know our founding father, George Washington, owned slaves? You must have been taught in the American education system. But yesterday, a U.S. district judge named Angel Kelly came out and said that this was not okay and told Donald Trump to put all the exhibits back that he took down since he took over presidency. And the judge did not mince words. The ruling stated, and I quote, "Under the guise of promoting American dignity, this administration seeks to share a limited history by ordering the removal of all signs, displays, and interpretive exhibits at national parks that do not align with its preferred narrative, thereby telling half-truths." Can't lie, Judge Kelly ate with that one. Now, let me be clear, this is not just about plaques and museums. This is a pattern that has been happening historically when people who are taking over other people's lands, they come in, they erase all the history so that people forget where they came from. They forget their roots and lose themselves, and it makes them easier to colonize, mentally and physically. In the words of Black activist Joe Banner, the first time enslaved Africans were brought here, it was ripping away their history, a taking away of their names and their culture. If we want our own liberation, we have to own telling our true story. The court blocked it for now, but the administration said that they are going to appeal the decision. If you'd like to help fight for the preservation of our history, then please donate to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Please continue to like, comment, share, and follow. I will keep you posted as more things come out.
Baby, let's get into another L, as in another loss for the Trump administration. Yesterday, on Friday, June 12th, a federal judge out of Boston, baby, she ordered the Trump administration to restore any signs and exhibits that's pertaining to slavery and climate change. baby, they have to restore those signs and exhibits nationwide to our national parks. And baby, they got 21 days before July 4th to get it done. And once again, this is something that should not have happened in the first place. Trump signed an executive order last year in March, as in March of 2025, to remove anything pertaining to climate change and slavery. But baby, one thing about slavery, you can't erase it. You cannot erase what happened. You can't erase it. So once again, tax-paying dollars wasted yet again. It shouldn't have happened in the first place. So yeah, let's celebrate this L. Restore the information back. And like that judge said, this just goes to show with you restoring that, it just shows you the many changes that the United States has gone through. Let the people see it, because you can't erase it.
I just found out that Trump is required to put all the signage back in the national parks. I was unaware of that. I am so glad that these judges are getting it right, because how are you going to try to erase a culture of people that built this country? You cannot do that. We are a part of America. So to try to whitewash it, to say you are making it great again, it cannot be great if black people were not involved. You would have nothing if black people were not involved. And half of the things that you utilize to make your days easier, we built that too. I'm thankful to know that he has about 2 weeks to put it up. So all you people hooting and hollering, how y'all feel to know that y'all leader got to go now backtrack and put all that shit back? You shouldn't have never touched it to begin with. I just find it to be really funny. He even had the gall to do that, as if nobody was going to come back behind him and tell him, no, you cannot do that. And this is who y'all look up to, and this is who you all follow. Okay.
Me, baby,